Hello everybody, I'm Overhaul, and like I said in last video, I'm gonna be talking about Dabi, the blue flame, the man that looks like he's burnt completely and utterly, and who's probably wearing someone else's skin because his skin is completely and utterly burned. Like, seriously. Seriously. Is there any part of Dobby that's not completely burned and not covered with a fake skin? Because that's what he looks to me. So yeah. Today we're gonna be talking about Dobby in his entirety and the little theory about him. I guess it can be considered theory. I wouldn't say consider it a theory, consider the fact that in the last chapter it felt more like being had a sledgehammer break your own face saying, he is. But, hell, and that's not confirmed, it's considered theory, so a theory that's practically confirmed, it just hasn't been 100% said in the anime, just very, very, very strongly implied. So yeah, we first see Dabi as when after the news about Stain, clearly implying that he's been inspired by him, and the way he is just this very calm, clearly, what fucking villainous looking guy just walking like he matter, like there is nothing that means anything, just like bad at just like what just like no one knows and just what is going through his head right now. Mostly they help the fact of what the other villains that we see, it's kind of strongly implied like what they're thinking, like with Toga, she killed someone, you're so good. Gigantomachia, oh yeah, it's time to start playing, bitches! Mustard, it's time to set up some chaos. Oh yeah, and Spinner, oh yeah, I'm gonna follow Stain's lead. But remember, you don't know what he's thinking. Like, so that's just intimidating. The next time we see him is trying to be recruited, wants to join the League of Villains. Now, with Toga, he actually Jiren tells that she actually committed some crimes, and Jiren probably shown them these crimes, but we don't exactly know. He probably did. And states he may not commit any flashy crimes, which may have implied no crimes, it's unpublic, and there might be some, but public just doesn't know about them, or maybe he means completely no crime. Wait, no, actually, I think he actually states he did not commit any crimes. I don't know, just basically you're not gonna know him by reputation. I think just he's someone who became a villain recently, which consider the fact he is a B rank is incredibly impressive. So yeah. Now the first thing obviously is like, I don't like there's something about you guys, it just doesn't strike me as we completely follow Stain's ideology. I mean, they have the fact that Toga literally said before, I wanna be Mr. Staney, I wanna kill Mr. Staney, come on honey, man, please get me Stain. Like basically completely crazy, right? Like he says this very monotone voice, which is like, So yeah. No, don't, instead of Jiren saying anything, he's like, oh, be quiet, Patchwork. Like, she may be crazy, but she at least knows how to introduce yourself. What is your name? And now he says, I'm going by Dabi now. And Tomoe basically just wants to know, now I want to know your real name. And basically Dabi says, yeah dude, I know I want to join you guys, but I don't even feel like revealing my real name just yet. Which does imply that his name is probably his identity will mean something big in the future. Sure. Or at least it's going to be referenced later. So yeah, but Tomoe gets frustrated because these two are inspired by Stain, and he was in kind of a hating stain mood. And there's these two basically is the type of people he hates, and he basically just wants to get rid of them as soon as possible. Both of them, Sansa and Dabi, it's like serious. Toga's still small as a bit and still somewhat happy, but Dabi's like seriously, goes out seriously. Well, not seriously enough, the fact that when Kurgi used this quirk that would activate just enough so they aren't going to, enough so he will start in combat. Although it was pretty soon he would activate his quirk. Then Toma leaves and Dabi basically states some insult. But Kurgi tells Dabi, don't worry, he knows what he needs to do. He's just, he's not just in the mood right now. And later we see him join the league. I don't exactly know how that conversation went, but I can reply, listen, I was a bit unreasonable. I was just, I kind of wanted my normals to take the fort, but always been something mentioned, but now I'm calm and just tell me what your quirks are, how effective are you in using it, and that. I can imagine that conversation going like that later. Which is kind of being implied, that's called the conversation when they are getting ready to attack the camp. Which he also states, let's bring those 4 sailors down before they head out. So yeah, what did the meeting go? He says, wait, we're not all of us, we're still expecting 3 members. Which I believe were twice, Mr. Kompaska and the Chainsaw Nomu. Basically saying to Muscular, our A-rank villain, calm down, you psycho. Which also shows that he is pretty intelligent. Like he's gonna be considered people who are crazy just for the sake of being crazy psychos, or people who aren't exactly crazy. Like Twice, he's just have a very weird personality disorder, who he would just give an inch doesn't really matter that much. So yeah. Dabi says that the first time he saw he was very immature and all that, but now he's much more someone how he would follow than before. Which is good. Now during the attack, the only thing he really did was set up a blue flame and to be the distraction for the pro heroes. It's probably because outside of Muscular, Moonfish, and Magni, he probably has the best chance of beating pro heroes. Not to mention his flame quirk would be much more better than someone's long witch attacks, and granted you will count more. Because Spear might be able to fight equal to a pro hero, but he would not beat them. Toga and Twice basically confirming the next arc that they're weak. Chainsaw Nobu only follows the specific orders that he gives. So he says, capture Ragdoll and go on a rampage until I call you. So yeah, he is being copied by Twice to basically be ready to fight. He sets a flame wall, which is first to be assumed it was a fire mountain, which means, yeah, I don't think blue flames are regular fire mountain thing. So yeah, he first fights a racer a bit. And what's the first things that he is actually there by rather just Twice his quirk, and then he assumes, wait, those things weren't his quirk? But in reality, hey, that was his quirk, it's just Twice his quirk. Yeah, kinda weird that he did not assume there was someone else with him that was able to do that or something. But anyways, he considered himself weak because he was so quickly defeated. But I don't exactly know why he was assuming he could take longer. Like, maybe it can go longer by just the fact that Eraserhead's quirk's kind of an instant thing. It's also implied that a lot of his copies went up against Eraserhead and then against Vladkin, at least one. So yeah, he is definitely powerful enough to at least fight the villains more than someone else. Which is also kind of implying, how is he able to fight pro heroes even though he's supposed to be a really new villain? Now in the Hideout Raid arc, he was first ordered by Toma to remove the restraints, but he says, Twice, you do it. basically knowing that he's not going to be the most friendly, so Twice is a much better option than he because Dabi can fight back more powerfully than Twice. Now, when the heroes attack, they read out all their names except for Dabi. That could imply that they don't know who Dabi is yet because Dabi does have a certain face. You wouldn't exactly, how shall we say, be easy to find if he looked different. And, well, unlike some of the other villains, like for example, Toga was already quite known. Twice was they probably found Twice's quirk because I'm pretty sure that Twice's quirk is pretty rare. Kompraska was probably also relatively known villain. Spinner, probably if you need to, probably just go to a mall looking for something. I mean, how he had an entire sword made of blades. So I would probably just go there and see if someone bought a bunch of knives or something. And Magni was also a very known villain. And Tomoe included previous things. So yeah. Dabi first tries to burn the restraints that Niru's there because it's wood and he's fire, so yeah. But Gantorino knocks him out pretty quickly. And after that, he's been transported with everyone else and Kompraska just compresses him and puts him in a pocket. Because he will just be knocked out. They will regain some sense back and still a bit feels like his pain and neck from Gran Torino, but nothing else. Then in the end of the provisional license exam, I believe it was, it's stated and he has some hard time getting contact with Dabi, which could imply that Dabi's friends is either completely with them or completely out of them. Basically, if he ever gets captured or he gets doing something he wants, there's no way they could lead to the League of Villains lens, which is actually a very good strategy. Now when we cut to him, he basically just burns a bunch of villains instantly, just says, burn your trash for me to enjoy your suffering. So yeah. Then in the overhaul arc, he doesn't really do much because I think he only shows up actually I can check this. He shows up, I believe, only when the Tomo and Twice and Toga have the conversation, so maybe he is on the bad, just so I can check. Let's see, yeah. I'm waiting to get this stuff on board, alright. Here, yep, here, let's see, let's see, yep, he is there on the bed, yep, he is there. So yeah, he does get in contact with them, but that was probably just a bigger meaning about the whole situation. He doesn't really seem to focus much. How he actually looks more like he was asleep. So yeah, he doesn't do much until the end when they're going for the whole and that. The exploration for me, as you can totally see. So yeah, there he states that he's a bit car sick. He's a car sick to Spinner, so he doesn't drive a bit more carefully. But I guess his car sickness is much better. He doing much better than I can definitely do with it because he doesn't show any signs of it. So yeah, he has a lot of confrontation with the Sand Hero, and Sand Hero Snatch, I believe was his name, basically says you were the one who probably was murdering all those people. Basically implying that since the height of Red Dog, Dabi has surely been on a massive killing spree. Yep. Kinda makes too much sense if you consider his appearance. So yeah, and Dabi's response to that is, so I'm making the news, huh? And Snatch is like, do you not feel no guilt for those families of those people you burned? in which the Sentinel just makes a giant leopard or fang tiger, some kind of a being, which Dabi is just like, just fucking burns the whole thing and practically and nearly kills the pro hero. Guys showing that his fires are more powerful than we give them credit for. And comparisons having nothing else. Now, since Dabi didn't really have any confrontation with Overhaul, he really had nothing to do, so he was just like standing there and just waiting for them to finish with their revenge. Now when we get to some juicy stuff from Dabi. So yeah, as you know, in the Pro Hero arc, at the end, after Endeavor nearly died fighting the high-end normal, Dabi shows up. First as a silhouette, and that might just been left there if you first watch it, but then he's like, just walks there with her saying, when he hugs like, we need to take her to the hospital immediately. I can't move, so we better call for some help. And Dabi just like, I hope in the anime I wonder how they're gonna do this in the anime. Like, are they just going to have this like, I wonder if in the anime they're gonna put some filler scenes where everyone's gonna be like calm and then more that type of babbling where Dabi is just slowly walking up to them and he's like, nice to see you, Endeavor. This better exceed my expectations. And he's like, oh no, that's the legal villain smell of Dabi. Basically, the most badass fucking entrance possible. Just walking in. It might be cliche, but it's sort of cool entrance. Now it never states in the next like he can previously, and then that he's still a bit blurry, so that kind of also helps with the theory that I'm gonna be going into it soon. So Dabi's like, calm down. I'm just here for the normal. I don't really have anything. Like, I have no chance against the top two pro heroes on their depth door. And he basically nearly goes into a killing spree, but considering Hawk's joints, it's quite possibly that he wasn't actually going to talk, just started to troll the two. Like saying, like if Miyu, I believe that's a bunny girl, that bunny woman's name, would show, he would basically be like, he would just make fake looking and then just laughing. I cannot believe you two actually thought I was going to actually kill you. There's a time and a place for that, but this is definitely not a time I want to deal with this. So yeah, Miyu pops in before he can do anything, and he's like, I'll either help or Jiku. Which makes me either wonder, A, he was like, yeah, I could fight this bitch and beat her, but I think but I'm right here for the normal, and I really don't want to cost the legal victim or anything, so, yeah, Jiku just get me and the normal out there. And then he states the same thing he said in the hideout, in the 4th training camp to Shoto, with his, when he grabs Bogo, and he says, how sad, Shoto Todoroki. It's like, I cannot break a leg out there in leg, but I'll kick in the pocket, NG Todoroki. Basically, it's implying there's something about Dabi that's connected to the Todoroki family. And that's really the last, and then we get to see that Dabi is really more of a one who is in charge of recruiting villains. That's when it comes to if they're worthy or not. Because Hoxton comes and says, you broke the agreement. I mean, the attack was supposed to be later and all that. Which I understand he probably is the one who goes through this if their person is valuable or not. Because he probably has the most qualified. I mean, doesn't help that when twice went to recruit villains and ended up with one of them being killed and one of them losing an arm. So yeah, Dabi was like, Calm down, Hawks. I was just testing if you would hold true to your word. I mean, we can't just have the number 2 pro hero walking, number 2 pro hero just trusting you willy nilly. I mean, you're the number 2. I mean, you did not became number 2 just because in All Might went down. No, you were number 2 because you were number 3 and you were very close to number 2. And how? You even stated yourself. You would be number 1 if it was just by the popularity poll. So yeah. We need some trust before I can take you or anything. Which Hawks plays it good and kind of gets it from the start. Which is very good for that way to say because it's revealed that he is 100% still here. He's just pretending to be a villain. So yeah. After that scene, Dabi then goes outside and says, "Oh, Snatch, huh?" Yeah, because previously when they was having his conversation with Endeavor, he's bought Snatch in that line and he was like, "Huh, I thought that so hard that it made me crazy." And he seems to be bleeding a bit. Like maybe that's why he has to be this stoic constantly, because if he makes too much emotion, he may start bleeding from his face because I don't think it's safe for someone to have this type of eyes with this. I mean, I can see some problems. So yeah. Dabi is not exactly the best. No, that's the last we see from him. But he's possibly the second most important tag villain, right behind Tomoa. I'm not counting All For One because he's probably the next generation, and Overhaul probably lost. We'll maybe sing again, maybe not, and Stain again. Question, but so far he is the second most involved when the villains were not in prison. So yeah. Now let's discuss his quirk. His quirk is a very powerful fire quirk, which is Blue Flame, or is it? No, I think is his quirk already been named, or has it just been very likely failed? No, I think it was Combustion. Just a very powerful flame blue quirk that's Blue Flame, which is harder than Red and Orange Flame. So yeah. So you haven't seen too much from him in combat, but it's very likely that he's probably one of the more powerful villains. So yeah. Now, let's talk about him being Todoroki. Let's just say there's a lot more evidence than no evidence. So yeah. Let's begin. First evidence. His quirk makes sense if you put him in the family lineage. Because because his father was in Never, so him having Flame would make sense, and Endeavor can use Blue Flame. That's how he defeated one of those Hosunomus, the black one. Well, who had his entire head just a brain, with above his mouth. The bottom part of his mouth, actually. So, yeah. Then we get to the eye color, which he has the same as Endeavor and Shoto's right side, I believe. Yes, I believe it's right side. So that's something. Since we know there exists hair dye in the My Academia world, Kiroshima's red hair, it's very likely that he could also dye his hair black because his hair should be red. But although granted, my theory involves a bit more bloody and a bit more disturbing and less believable, but still, I'll get there later. The next evidence is the fact how he speaks to Shoto Todoroki and Endeavor, where basically, like in a way how someone, like he wants to make this personal or something. So yeah. No. So yeah, that's not the reason why. And we don't really know why he joined. He's clearly been more focused, and it doesn't help the fact that Shoto Todoroki is kind of based on, Zuko from Avatar, this Airbender, and the way that anime was Zuko and Azula had the final match. And Azula had blue flame, so yeah, let's just say there is multiple reasons why. So, and it doesn't help that Dora is a more recently named character, so yeah. Dora is for right now, could possibly be Dabi. Now where do I stand this? I am totally for it, and like I always stated, it's at this point it's more like being hit with a fucking sledgehammer than an actual maybe not, maybe yes. So yeah. Now the way that I actually think is maybe after, we don't exactly know when Dora disappeared, but if you ask me, it was actually when Ray, I believe is Shoto's his name. Yes, Ray went to the hospital. I can see like, well, Shoto also reacted, told Endeavor about this. I feel like Shoto wanted to make a more personal conversation. He was like, how can you train Shoto like this? This is why she went crazy. I mean, I don't mind you forced me to be, even though you know I cannot. Okay, for the whole, he cannot take it. I feel like that it's more likely that he had a more of a mental state, like, and physical complexion, like Ray, than the whole weakness, because I feel like at this point we should definitely know more than just him flame and then boom, moving his arm back. How often he even moves his arm that back, now that I think about it. But yeah. So yeah. I feel like he went more to be, basically trying to cut the bullshit when never basically telling the truth. But since he was kind of a first grade douchebag, he probably did not react the same way he did with Shoto. Translation being, you are a worthless pawn. You should be thankful I'm letting you live here and giving you enough to survive. And Dora was probably like, you destroy the family. How can you be expected to be number one if you're just such a... And then now it was probably like bullshit, just like using Prominence burn or something and completely burning Dora's entire body. Like, that would explain why his burn marks are a bit more, how shall we say, symmetrical, like because he doesn't have his entire body burned. So if his entire body was burned from top to bottom, that would explain why it's asymmetrical. I would explain why he seems to be wearing fake skin. So yeah, that's what I think. It's also possible that because of that burn, his hair started then going black because his hair was transforming to ash, but now because of that burns, it started going black, which would explain the hair, like I always said. So yeah, and now I felt like he was dead, so he just didn't want to die one, so he just went somewhere in the forest or something and just threw him away because his body was probably weak or not being able to take fire as much. So he just thought he was dead and just threw his corpse somewhere. And just said, and basically when I asked, that weakling, that failure is no longer a part of the family. Something, and unfortunately, Dabi survived and probably had a bit of a hatred of the number 2 hero, nearly killing him and just throw him off the woods to die. So yeah, that's kind of where I stand for the reasoning and the origin, because it does make sense. And I can see it going this way. Now anyways, I hope you liked this video. I hope you're gonna leave me in the comments below what you think about Dabi. And I can't wait to see all of you people next time. Bye.